20 with the onion. I repeat, the vegetable is in the house.
It's good to be here. Hello.
Good to finally be able to do something together because screw time zones. So what we're gonna do today is explore the different kinds of master controllers that we have now in Harmony 20.
There's new ones?
Yes, are you excited?
Yeah, I need to know. Show me and everyone.
What do you think these new master controllers do?
I don't know, the system was getting pretty refined. I would say it wouldn't need much more than just a bit of polishing. Are there entirely new systems?
That's what we're gonna find out. So first...
Right, so this is new for you as well then?
It's not for me, but like we as in the people watching this and I and you.
Alright, let's do this.
It's kinda new though, because I've never used it. But yeah, so let's dive in. So first, let's say that I have this little tail here, which is made of multiple deformers and a peg. So if I want to, you know, you had to make a choice before of either choosing an envelope deformer, a curvelope, or a curve, or a bone.
Yeah, all pretty standard.
What?
Are you telling me that now there is a better way?
Well, I need to put a deformer on first, because I apparently don't have one.
I guess we'll all just wait here patiently then.
Oh, we will, but I'm gonna edit that later, so it's fine. Okay, let's say that this is... Did you know that you can close an envelope by pressing on Alt?
Well, I know that now. Which I just discovered on the other video we just did.
We did another video? Wow, time travel. Okay, so let's say that this is my deformer. In the past, if you wanted to move your shape with an envelope, you had an envelope. But what if I wanted to move my shape with a curvelope, like I like to call them? Like that. So you had to choose between envelope or curve or curvelope or whatever. But not anymore. So if I have an envelope deformer on my piece, you can click on your drawing, I think, or is it the group? That's the part we'll have to test out. But you click on one of those, I'll try with the group, and then you go in your master controller toolbar. Mine is already there, but I'm just showing you that you can get it by clicking on master controller. And it's there. And if you look here, there's a new icon right there. And it's called
Create Deformer on Deformer. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm intrigued.
What do you think it does?
Does it allow... Well, it creates a deformer on a deformer,
Exactly.
But what does that mean? This is some sort of black magic, surely.
So, now that this is open, you can just trace a curve. Or something.
What?
Curvelope. Yeah, it's a curvelope because there's not the little thingy here, so it's definitely a curvelope thing.
Uh-huh. This is gonna break it. This always breaks it.
Am I done? I think I'm done. Oh god. So, it changed. So, it's not exactly a deformer now because it's different in a way.
But we're green handles now.
Ooh.
What?
How beautiful is that?
That's whack. Surely, like how far can you push this thing before it just collapses in on itself?
To the moon!
Wow. Okay, well, not physically distant. I mean, like, how many parts can something have? Like, if you were to construct an entire face like this, could it handle it? Is this really resource heavy?
Well, you need a it's deformer on deformer, not deformer on deformers. So I don't think it works for a whole face. But I
it's like, so you got two different deformer types stacked on top of each other there, and it's listening to both of them at once, which is something that I've tried a bunch of different methods, like as a theory, to try and get it running. It's never worked. So to see it actually happening is a surreal moment. How many more layers of deformers can you pile on top of that thing, and it will still know what to do? Or is it a hard limit of 2?
Like, you know, these are the kind of things that I don't think about. You are a mad scientist.
Guess I'll see what happens then.
What are you making me do right now? Of course it's gonna
Science.
What?
Okay. But it is working.
What? Why?
In experiments of trying to do something like this in the past, it would simply ignore it. It'll be like, it'll pretend that there's no deformer there.
But it's not, I kind of like it, you know? I think I can use that for something.
It is listening to it. The fact that it works at all means that there are things that can be done here. There is room to explore.
Do you think we can put another one?
I don't see why not.
Where should we put it?
What happens if... What if... I don't think something else that you would do to it. Would you have another envelope that's a bit wider, or maybe some... What happened if you put some bone deformers in there?
Wait, do you think it's listening to this? Oh, I think it's listening to what I have chosen here. Wait, I just did something. Oh no, this is not good. This is not good. Okay, never mind.
It's getting a bit chaotic.
Yeah, you tell me. Okay, so...
Yeah, put a bone deformer in there.
Oh, I forgot to click it. Bone. And now, if I click, and I do something like that... It does work with the bone.
I'll create master control and empty selection.
I think it doesn't want to work. Colin, we broke it! We broke it.
So it doesn't do bones?
Well, I think it doesn't do both, but I think if... Oh. Why is it still here? What is this? Oh, that's what we...
What have you done?
Okay, so wait, the deformer is there. The weird stuff that we put is this, so if I delete this... Okay, so that's why you can keep adding them. Okay,
wait, undo that. What was happening? Because those other deformer chains were skipping drawing.
I know. Well, yeah, but it's because it's a master controller, actually.
Ah, of course.
Okay, so it doesn't work with the bone? I think it doesn't work with the bone, dude. Yeah, it doesn't work with the bone. Sorry, but it works with the curve.
Yeah, that's experimenting with. This is cool.
Yeah, it works with the curve. And what it creates is a master controller. So, yeah, whatever.
Ah. Is the... Yeah, oh, right. Yeah. Controls composite. Interesting.
So does it mean that it will show up in my master controller view? Oh, yes, so it does create a master controller.
So those green dots, those are the controller handles in the same way that a slider or a master controller grid would work.
Exactly.
Combining that with weighted deformers would be insane.
Well, you can. I think.
Wow.
I think. You're making me try crazy stuff. You know, that's why we need you. We need you to...
Oh, I do.
Make me do crazy stuff. What are you doing?
This is what makes the nodes so wonderful, is that they're just Lego bricks. Being able to combine any amount of them in any order, you can create things that it couldn't do before. It's wonderful. That's what bothers me about particular node types, like, say, like the particle system. It's sort of its separate... It's its own thing over here. You can't really put the gravity node from the particles into a regular drawing. It has to go through the particle system first. And I love being able to plug anything into anything. If you could plug gravity into a drawing and then it just would have gravity, that'd be.
Right. Okay, let's see if it works with the weight. It should work with the weighted deformer. I don't know why it wouldn't work. Yeah, it does work. Work.
Cool.
Yeah. This is so great. But anyway, I already covered that in another video. But what I did not cover yet is
Teaming with things that I must try.
I'm teasing you with so much stuff that you're gonna explore way more on your channel. So for crazy experiments, head over to Onionskin's channel. It's full of crazy stuff that's gonna blow your mind. You know, like making 3D shapes out of drawings. That's nuts.
It's... I don't know if doing such a thing is worth, but the fact that it is possible is... that's fun in of itself.
That's the only thing that we need. So, the other thing we're going to show is something that's going to make you happy, I'm pretty sure.
Uh-huh.
But it's not something I'm used to do, so it might explode, but, you know.
What is it?
So let's say that I have this character that has a hat, and sometimes it doesn't have a hat. So what I would do in the past is the old trick of going to my coordinates and like squashing the crown on itself so that it would disappear. Because I come from a 3D background, so in 3D that's what we do to make something disappear. We squash it to 0 on one side and it's gone. So
that feels like it should be a cheat or a workaround. That's a legitimate method.
Well, in 3D that's what I learned. To make something disappear, it's just easier to squash them.
Yeah, how about that? Okay, so now you're saying that there is like an actual on-off switch.
Yes. So if you go on your master controller toolbar, you see the function wizard. I think that's it. Yes, the function wizard. So this is for all of you people who are like me, not good at scripting. Are you good at scripting?
I can navigate it a little bit. Yeah. Very, very amateur.
We were supposed to take a class, but we never did. Oops. Talk about being busy. Okay, so Controller type. I want a checkbox widget. Yeah, I'll take this checkbox widget. So this is like to build a more advanced master controller without having to script anything or barely anything. So if you're good at scripting,
you can see the scripts there of the widgets that exist. So someone at my level could sort of tweak that a little bit.
Yeah, that's it. See, so you can tweak it, but it's there. So like it's very great to learn. So, and it's a toggle attribute because I want to be able to turn it on or no, that's not true. What I want is to enable or disable the node. Yeah, that's what I want. Because you can have it for lots of things. So if you want to have a buttons to show or hide all your deformers, apparently you can do that. Good.
Interesting.
That's great. So I'm gonna do it.
Could this theoretically be made to create an image switch that doesn't flatten its inputs?
I guess so.
Oh, that's worth exploring.
Well, master controller slider is basically a image switch that doesn't flatten the images, right? Because you can just choose. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're kind of right. Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Enable disable node. If you click on that, I think, and then you have to add the selected node. Okay. And I will label it as on of round. And I think that's it. And I'm gonna attach it to my. And I'll attach it to my rigs composite, I think. Okay, so now I have a thing that is on or off.
A little checkbox.
It's cute, right? And it doesn't work.
Doesn't work!
Because I didn't click on the right thing. So I told you it would be exploding. So let's try that again. I'm gonna try to select my crown. Let's go here. Enable, disable. Oh, I forgot to click on that. I think. I don't know. Can you work, please? There you go. It's cool, right?
That's awesome. I love that. That's super, super useful.
So yeah, you just have
You know how I've been achieving that up until now?
No.
I would use an image switch with a blank drawing going into the 0 input. So if I wanted something to turn off, I would animate that image switch to go to the blank drawing.
Yeah, I've seen lots of people do that in different productions.
It would suffice, but I love this whole like build your own interface on stage thing.
It's so cool. What if I take
Especially because then you can get a bit creative and like draw like decorations around it.
I know some people do that. Like they did it on the.
I love it.
On the Toon Boom demo thing with the shark. I think there was like so many cute drawings with it. I need to dig in that. Okay, what if I want to try one last thing before we part ways? What if
okay.
I click on the head and I go here and I go show and hide deformers? I add my selected.
As a checkbox.
Yes. Because that would.
Ah.
Okay. Let's see. Can you?
Every time.
Can you be more annoying? Okay.
I'm always so excited to try out a new master controller and then, yeah, gotta do that first. Anticipation. That's great.
Colin!
Wow, everything at once.
Colin, this is so great.
Really useful. There's so many different things that can be explored with this. And it's easy enough that I reckon animators would be able to build their own on the fly.
I know, it's so easy.
On shot-by-shot use cases.
Wow, this is so cool. What else is there in the list? Nope.
Does that... What's that top box say? Checkbox widget. What are the other widgets?
Point to the widget, slider widget, I think.
And okay, so slider is what we've had up until now, and now we get some extra things. And if that's all the script it takes, then building your own shouldn't be that insane, maybe?
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing something.
If the script for the widget is accessible, then that means you should be able to say, make a slider that is longer, right?
Oh yeah, I think if you're mad scientist-ing it.
Or like maybe change that circle icon for something else. Like, could you make it a little picture of the character's face as the icon?
Can you script that? I don't think you can script the drawing, but look at that.
Okay.
What is
But the circle is scripted into existence. Oh. That's so funny.
Alright. Well, I think that's all for the scripting.
Great, thank you for this tour.
Oh,
Thank you for having me.
This is also new. Show master controller. I think it shows you all that you have selected. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So you can do that to your character, and then you can go here, and it shows you the master controllers. No, it doesn't work.
Your excitement has been so suddenly deflated.
Okay, but if you click on these, you can kind of see them. I'll need to dig into that feature.
Yeah.
But it was a pleasure to have you around, and I hope that you're gonna come back and that you had some fun, and that now your brain is full of ideas to break harmony and have fun doing it.
So many. It's been great being here. It's been wonderful watching the growth of your channel over the last few months.
And it's been super fun to see you come back from wherever you were.
Yeah, I've been missing for a couple months, but community is great. So much more harmony stuff to explore. Thank you again.
Alright, so see you, bye-bye.
Bye.